fine here. ABS is being stupid in the replay here, but start off at 8th as you can see, and we'll show you where we end up at the end. My entire first stint, I'm running at fuel setting 2. We don't have any control right now, so I did run TCS because this car is real bad about spinning the rear end out. It usually doesn't catch me. As you can see, we started off on my mediums, and the rear tires were spinning up, and I was short shifting the hell out of it. First turn, 8th to 3rd. Now we do get passed back up because I'm saving fuel, and I didn't have to make small mistakes like that. Again, like I said, that's why I was running TCS. You see how the rear end just wants to go happy. Some of that's because it's on mediums right now and they're not warm. At this point, I've checked my fuel and realized that we're not going to be able to make all the way through the race if we're flat out. And you'll see it when we go into pits. We cut everybody by almost 40% on the fuel by saving. In the pits, that's 6 seconds, 40%. Usually it's got it set at 7 liters per second. Which I don't get that because, okay, so 100 gallons of fuel is 700 pounds. So there's no way that they're using gallons. Well, it's 1.6 liters per gallon. So we'll say 1.5 basically. So if you're at 100 liters, multiply that by 75 gallons. Maybe a little bit less. That's still 75 times 8, or 75 times 7. That's 400, 500 pounds of fuel. Most of these cars don't weigh that much. I mean, these little cars here, I think they weigh like 700 pounds. You're putting as much fuel in the car as the car weighs itself. Nah. I think their metering system is broken on the fuel. Mediums kept him out on that corner there. Hadn't gotten used to him yet. I just did like, I realized it was time for racing, and like 10 minutes before it was time to race, I had to boot up the PS5, get in, do some warm-up done. So I hadn't had a chance to warm up on the mediums yet. But it came out okay. Because I wasn't the only one having problems on mediums there, as you'll see later on in the race. Guy behind's catching because of my mistakes. Plus, I'm not revving it out, and he is. If you're revving it out, you're hitting 190 at this corner, coming into this corner, and I was only getting like to 180 because I wasn't revving it out. And I wasn't sitting in one fuel setting, sitting in two. I think he's on the softs behind me too. He started out ahead of me, so he's probably on the softs. This is bad. I mean, we're on lap 5 and we already got lap traffic. We ended up with 2 people quitting. Just let them go on by. Tuck it behind them and get some fuel saving done. The other one coming behind is going to also pass me up because of this. I'm not shooting straight with these mediums. Eventually get it under control. Sun going by. Problem is what he does here. It causes damage because he pulled over in front of me and broke. Should have just stayed on his line until he was passed. And it was obvious I wasn't fighting him. I was able to get to the 180s mids there because I was behind him and caught a draft. I forget if Rogue One went by. I think he did, but yeah, I think I made a mistake and he got by me. But that'll come back as well. When I went in the pits, I was surprised at how many people were on the softs at the beginning. So. Yeah, he's behind me there. So he's catching, he's revving it out. He outbroke me at the corner there, obviously because I was taking it easy on my mediums. So he's on the softs. He's also running, look how much, he's running all the tracks to the driver assist. And then he messes up there. Go back by him. And I think it's pretty boring from here on. I don't think anybody else gets close. Let's see, they're all way back there. So we're going to switch forward. At this point, I'm starting to catch up to the guys ahead of me because their tires are wearing out. Well, he just had problems, I guess. But I'm starting to edge down the time on the leader because he's on softs. He does stay on the lead though. I can't cut his lead enough. I think I ended up 15 seconds behind him. I started in 8th, so that put me at 16 seconds behind him at the start. 14 seconds, no, 16 seconds, yeah. Let's get forward here. We're going to pit at the end of this lap. Most of the race is pretty boring like this, and then once I pitted it, everything started coming together. See, the guy SPLB or SPL170DV was on the softs. He started ahead of me 2 spots. But see how much I got? Almost 40% fuel on him. How much did he get to fuel up? I didn't catch it. He'll come out right ahead of me. Oh, yeah, he put a lot of fuel in. And he gets a 3-second penalty, I believe, from the pits. Maybe that was in warm-up. There he is right there. And he's on the mediums. So I'm starting to reel him in already. Because he's still got to get his tires warm. Might have more grip than him, even being cold. I know he didn't get a penalty. Nope. That's right. Let him walk off of me because I messed up the corner there. He's getting too eager to reel him in. Somebody hit the signs. We did have quite a few players. We had a couple of B-rated players who were sitting at the bottom. They were all over the track. We had one guy who had two do not finishes because they've been lapped so many times, and then we had one guy that was 2 laps down and 2 or 3 that were 1 lap down at the end of the race. There goes one of the back markers. Starting to reel him back in again. Tires are warmed up for sure now, but so are his. Just a matter of softs versus mediums. There's nothing he can do about it. And I think he's realizing he's got fuel save because I've cut him by a lot. Although no, he put 89% in. He can probably go flat out. I don't know why he didn't. Because I was able to go almost flat out myself. Takes himself out there. This guy's on softs too. He's just not driving as well, I guess. I forget if he makes a mistake or if he just... He's made a mistake there. And I'm not certain what happened there. Is like a glide glitch or something. All of a sudden he's behind me. Let's go back and look at him and see if it shows what happened. Okay, so that's what the problem was. I didn't see him go off track. His tires are dirty. Then he tries to take this at speed and goes too far. Yeah, so he had to let off, and luckily it bounced him behind me instead of set him in my way. I think we go. I'll go up here until I pass this guy up. Oh, he was right behind me there for a minute. Hold on. So SPLB was catching on me there. Let's see what happens there. Oh, he went too fast into the corner. He didn't take into account the dirty air on those medium tires. Yeah, I just walked off and left. He messed up so bad, his son passed him back up. Oh, he pushes his son out of the way. Dirty. This is what I talk about this guy. He's just as dirty as that other idiot. Chalky Mattress or whatever his name is. And look, he's running all the driver assist as well. He's turned off the no, he hadn't. For some reason he hit start and it turned it off. Here. He doesn't never. They don't ever catch back up to me. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I'm in third. So we'll go ahead and go up here. Right at the end of the race. Okay, so Sir Roshan has passed Lowe's, but ends up in the dirt for some reason. Let's take a look at what happened there. I know it's Lugs that ends up in the dirt. Okay. He got the dirty air. It's got to suck leading the whole race and then having this happen. And there I go. And it's the last lap. He didn't have a chance. He's got dirty tires. He's on mediums. He's got damage. At least he's not running all the assists. And that's the way it ended up in the race. It started off 8th, ended up 2nd. Fuel was just about spot on. I think I ended up with like less than a liter left, or left just less than 1% left. It's a pretty good run. There were some overtakes. Mostly is due to everything that I gained was due to other drivers' errors, which is, you know, it highlights the point. Be consistent. Stay on the track. Don't get like I was there in the first couple of laps and tried to push too hard. Because when you push too hard, you put the car in bad positions and get dirty tires, and then you don't have any grip for a while, and it's a domino thing. And you can see it right over there. The lap times 102, 102, 103, 102, 102, 103, 102, 102, 103. But that was my morning. So we'll see what they bring next. There's no more exhibition season right now. Usually they'll have 2. And then the official season will start sometime in end of February, beginning of March. We'll definitely not be going McLaren again because the Group 3 car just can't compete. Group 4 car can compete on certain tracks. Most of my nation's race or manufacturer's race the other day was not a fact that my car was fast. It was a fact that other people were making mistakes again. Probably I noticed that it looks like there were a couple of people high up on the racing tiers that were running the Viper again, so maybe they've done something with that. The Group 3 Viper was it was trash. They'd be and it'd still be below average because they would give it some power. add some weight, and then they'd tweak the undercarriage so that it wouldn't drive in a straight line anymore. I don't know when they're going to get through their thick heads. The rear tires do not need to have camber on them or toe in on them. Not on a front wheel drive car. If the tires are not facing straight, when you put on the acceleration axle, when you push the gas, the tires are going to go to where the car is leaning. The car is leaning to the right. The right tire has the positive traction, so the back end is going to try to go to the right because the tires are towed out. If anything, they should be towed in. That forces both tires to push the car to the middle. But eventually they'll figure it out. Right now they've got it set up to where it's four-wheel drive bullshit. But we'll see what happens in the next